let's release. Planting that foot on the ground. Scoot all the way to the edge of our mat. And then we're going to place our hands on our knees, slowly coming down to the ground. If we're tall, we might need to scoot all the way onto our mats. And let's walk our heels in towards our bums. We're going to reach our fingertips towards those heels. We're moving to bridge pose. So we're going to lift our hips up towards the ceiling. We want to focus on squeezing our knees together. We don't want them all the way touching, but we don't want them wide out either. We want to find that place where we feel a little bit of tension, where it's just keeping everything in place. If you'd like, you can clasp your hands on the ground. You can place your hands on your sacrum, or the bony part of your lower back for support. From here, let's release, coming all the way to the ground. And let's bring our knees in towards our chest. Hug our knees in, gently roll side to side. Should feel a little bit of a massage on our lower back muscles from the ground. We're going to plant our feet again. We're going to move back into bridge pose. We want to make sure our heels are in close. And we lift our hips up towards the ceiling. Remember to have that little bit of tension between our knees. From here, we have the option of moving into full wheel, if that's in your practice today. Most importantly, we want to listen to our body though. So if something hurts, don't do it. I'm planting my hands behind me and pushing into the ground as I lift up. Woo! From here, let's release. Slowly coming back to the ground. We put the opposite bend in our back, so we're going to do the same thing we just did. Bringing our knees in towards our chest. Slowly rolling side to side. And from here, we're going to bring our hands to the backs of our legs or our hamstrings. Then we're going to reach our feet up towards the ceiling. Here we have a couple options. We can point our toes up all the way towards the ceiling. You should feel a stretch in about the tops of our feet. If you'd like, you can stir, making little circles. Or you can point your toes back towards your face. You should feel a stretch on the back of your leg. So feel free to move between those two, or pick one that feels better to you. And from here, letting our legs bend, but staying close to our chest. We'll take our hands behind ourselves, and we either plant them on the ground, reaching up towards the ceiling. We can place them on our lower backs, giving the shoulders there. Really supported by my arms on the ground, my hands on my lower back. We really want to focus on keeping our head straight so we don't risk a neck injury. From here, let's slowly release, all the way to the ground. We're going to drop one knee to the side. And then with the knee that's still on the ground, we're going to push up, tilting our hips over, letting that knee come across our other leg. We're going to reach out. And if you'd like, you can tee your arms out, looking towards the opposite way that your leg is pointing. Making sure that our shoulder blades are still planted on the ground. Okay, let's go back to center. We're going to plant our left foot on the ground this time, or opposite foot, depending if you did the left one already. We're going to lift up onto the side of our hips, just dropping that leg across our other, reaching our arms out in a T and looking in the opposite direction that our leg is pointing. Okay, let's come back to center. We're going to extend our legs, finding a place that's comfortable on the ground, doing any final stretching that you may need. And then we're just going to relax, relaxing every muscle in our body. Letting go of the tension in our backs, in our face, anywhere we may be holding on to, in our hands. Bringing awareness back to breath. Let's remember that it's okay if thoughts come into our head. We're just going to let them leave as quickly as they come. Start wiggling our fingers and our toes, bringing awareness back to our bodies. If you'd like, you can roll to one side. Eventually, at our own speed, we'll come back to the seated position. Let's raise our hands towards the ceiling. Coming down to heart center. I honor the light in you. I honor the light in me. Namaste. Namaste. Well, thank you all for joining me today. And see you next time.